I'm just going to go ahead and start. Thank you for having me. Veterans Health Alliance of Long Island, Laverne Glover. Um, Once again, I am presenting to you Wake Up to Wellness. Hopefully, the tips that I'm giving you will help you throughout your day or throughout your week or throughout your life. I just want to let you know that I will be doing I am doing two yoga classes per week, one in Suffolk County and one in Nassau County. And they're mindful resilience, peace yoga, social distancing, which means that you have to wear a mask and you have to bring your own mat and you have to be 6 feet away from the person next to you. So on Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock, I'm doing a gentle yoga in Belmont Park near the Pine Pavilion. And on Monday nights at 7 o'clock, I'm doing yoga at 17 Safford Street in Valley Stream. So if you're interested in taking the yoga with me, just contact me. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on my website, freeyourmindforhealth.com. And it's good. It's a nice little release for you. So today, what I want to talk about is I want to review the Power Foods, the little nutrition talk that I had, and then I want to talk to you about peace and centering and calming the fluctuations of the mind. I'm going to do a little guided meditation with you. So, power foods. We talked last week about power foods. Basically, in your diet, you need to have 50% of your diet consists of carbohydrates, 25% consisting of proteins, and 25% consisting of fats. So when we talk about carbohydrates, most people think negatively when you hear carbs. Oh, I can't eat too many carbs. Carbs are bad. Bad carbs. The red light goes on. But the carbohydrates are what the body needs in order to function. It provides energy for the body. So 50% of your diet should consist of carbohydrates. So we're talking about green leafy vegetables, collard greens, spinach, romaine, arugula, yams, in their purest form. So baked yams, with a nice, avocado type of butter, or, use one of the new butter substitutes that are out there. Berries, oranges, lemons, limes, those are all considered carbohydrates. And berries are what I swear by because they're loaded with antioxidants. They give you a big bang for your buck as far as that goes. When we're talking about grains, white bread is out, refined carbs are out. And I explained to you why, because the outer layers are removed from those grains when they're processed. So the outer layers, which contain the fiber, are not there in white bread and in white rice and so forth. So you want to go with whole grain breads, brown rice, if you can, quinoa. You can play around with some of those grains out there. There are a lot of choices in the supermarkets these days. So I also spoke about sprouted grain breads, and if you do buy sprouted grain breads, you remember that they're natural, they're full of enzymes, they are energized, so you need to store them in the refrigerator or the freezer when you do buy them. And if you need to acquire a taste for sprouted grain breads, then start with the toasted form, lightly toast the bread, and try to get used to it that way. Enzymes, vitamins, and minerals, most of those things are going to come from your live food. So just keep that in mind, something to think about. Protein, let's move right into protein. So 25% of your diet should consist of protein. I talked about red meat, and I bashed red meat, but there are some redeeming qualities that you can get from red meat, and one of those is the iron that is most easily assimilated by the body. The heme iron is provided by red meat. So be careful about your red meat choices. You want to make sure that you're looking at red meat from the perspective of hormone-free and antibiotic-free, because who wants to eat more hormones, especially women? We're dealing with our own hormones on a regular basis. We don't need to eat additional hormones to make our bodies go on overdrive. And antibiotic-free protein sources. Poultry is the same thing, hormone-free, antibiotic-free. Try to look for those things. Also, sources of protein are your nut butters, your almond butter. Just make sure that you watch the sugar content on things like that, almond butters and cashew butters and peanut butters. Just watch about the sugar content on the types of nut butters that you purchase. So moving right into fats, because that also goes into the fat category. We're talking about good fats in your diet. 25% of your diet is supposed to consist of fats, because fats provide you with some nutritional benefits, all right? All fats are not bad fats. So the good fats, avocados, avocado oil, avocado butter I've seen out there now. I've used it, actually, it's fine. Olive oil, olive oil, butters, coconut oil, nuts and seeds, and your natural nut butters, which I just mentioned, the peanut butters, the almond butters, and the cashews, and so forth. Okay, so power foods, additional power foods to have in your diet. If you need that sweetener, you need that sweetness, look at stevia. Stevia is a plant-based sweetener. It's very sweet. You don't need a lot of it. You can cook with stevia. You can put it in your coffee and your teas and that type of thing. So try to experiment with the stevia. Chia seeds. I swear by chia seeds. They're a good source of protein, omega 3s. They're just a power food, a wonder food. Fiber. All right. Nutritional yeast takes the place of cheese. It has a nice cheesy flavor to it. So if you take nutritional yeast and you sprinkle it on, say, your broccoli, it'll take the place of the cheese. It'll give you that little cheese flavor. Sprinkle it on your salads. You can sprinkle it on just about anything that you would put cheese on. But nutritional yeast is loaded with B vitamins. It's a good source of B vitamins for your diet. Apple cider vinegar, ginger root, fresh ginger root. If you can chop up fresh ginger root and put it in whatever it goes well with. Sometimes I chop it up and put it in my smoothies with my chia seeds and my fresh turmeric root. So turmeric root, yes, another power food. Garlic, fresh garlic in your diet is also good as well. Okay, so those are a little bit of the things that I wanted to review regarding nutrition. If I went too fast, you weren't able to catch all of those notes, you can reach out to me and we can talk about power foods and what I do, from my perspective. And these are all things that, I believe in strongly. So now I'm going to talk about peace. I'm going to go right back into the way that I started doing these wellness talks. I'm going to talk about peace and how to get peace. So it's important that we guard our peace. We have to be the navigators of our own vessels here. We have to be in control. We have to dogmatically seek our peace at this point because there's so much going on in the world with COVID-19 and social unrest and economic uncertainty. There's a lot of things going on that are keeping us stressed and traumatized. So we have to consciously seek out some time during the day to guard our peace or to bring our minds to rest, to take all of the stress and the trauma out of our minds just for a little bit every single day. So the conscious breathing is what I highly recommend. If you can do yoga, fine. I'm offering 2 yoga classes. Also, stay away from the social media so much. Check in every day to see what's going on in the world, but don't stay on it day in or all day long, saturating your mind with these negative things that are causing you to have stress and trauma in your body. So just a quick reminder, when you're doing your deep inhales, inhale through the nose. And when you inhale through the nose, think about opening up the rib cage as much as you possibly can, front, back, sides, expanding your rib cage and bringing that breath all the way down deep into your diaphragm. Bringing it in through the nose. And then when you exhale, take your time exhaling that breath out. So if you want to count 6 counts of inhale, do it with me. 1, ready, set, go. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you're doing your conscious breathing, you want to make sure that your shoulders are up, back, and down, and that your sternum or your chest is slightly pressed outward. If you're in this posture, this posture here is called the trauma posture. You have protracted shoulders. Your shoulders are usually inward. Your chin is down. Your cervical spine is somewhat extended. And this is a posture that keeps all your upper body very tight and tense. So you want to make sure that your shoulders are rolled up, back, and down. So you're retracting your shoulders and your neck is up very high. Quick little stretches. If you sit down a lot all day, your job doesn't have you walking around all day long. You want to do some neck stretches, gently bringing your neck from side to side. On the second day that I talked to you, we talked about stretching. And when you stretch your neck from side to side, just think about pressing this shoulder down and away from you. So you're stretching your sternocleidomastoid muscle. And then if you have your head here, just hold it here for a couple seconds and then look down like you're looking down towards your fingertips or towards your toes, and then bring your head back to neutral. And then the same thing on the other side, twisting your head to really engage the scalene muscles as well as the sternocleidomastoid muscles. So take one more deep inhale with me, everybody, through the nose for 6 counts. Ready and go. And exhale. All right. Well, thank you for having me this morning. I hope all of those things resonated well with you. Like I said before, you can reach out to me on Monday nights. I'll be doing yoga outside at 7 o'clock p.m. and then in Valley Stream. And then on Wednesday nights, I will be in Belmont Park near the Pine Pavilion at 6 o'clock doing peaceful social distancing, mindful resilience yoga. Thank you again. Have a great